Oh, hello, ho-ho! It is I, Santa the Claus. It's that time of year again, and if you're like me, you aren't prepared at all. So I'm here to present to you all sorts of gifts for all sorts of people. As the gracious Sonic Show is hosting me, all gifts will be Sonic related. This will either increase your relationship with your friends and family, or leave you banned from visiting Aunt Elisa's house ever again. Without further ado, let's begin! Today's holiday gift guide is for the classic Sonic fan. These fans really enjoy the old games and may hate the new ones. Don't ever mention eye or arm color to them. Now, the first gift you should get them, if they don't already own it, is a copy of Sonic Generations, preferably the PC version. That way they can mod out modern Sonic and mod in classic Sonic levels. Whoa! And it's cheap too, especially on the Steam Winter Sale. Whoa! Then after that, we have a copy of Archie's Sonic Genesis in its graphic novel form. And while it does have modern Sonic in it, it's all about the classic games, and it's a really good read and a great entry into the comics. And finally, we have a review from Max Firestorm. He's the guy who wrote Tanner and the Game for the Sonic Show's Complete Mess Collection CD. Take it away, Max.
If you're looking to buy a new game for that classic Sonic-loving fan this Christmas, you might encounter the problem of them, well, already owning them all. Seriously, they're all on Steam for less than £4 each. Not to mention the various other re-releases on consoles, mobiles, tablets, and other stuff like that. So the chances are, they've already got the whole collection. What can you do? Well, you can grab them a copy of this. While it may look and feel like a classic Sonic game, Freedom Planet is definitely something that stands out on its own, with its cast of characters, huge levels with multiple paths to explore, massive bosses to take out, and an immensely gripping story. The game starts with the two main playable characters, Lilac the Dragon and Carol the Wildcat, rescuing a duckbill creature named Torque from being assaulted by a snake named Serpentine. He asks for their help in rescuing the Kingdom Stone, a crystal relic that contains massive amounts of energy and is used as a power source for their planet, Avalis. Unfortunately for Lilac and Carol, this places them right in the middle of a conflict between the three kingdoms of Avalis, Shuigong, Shangmu, and Shangtu, each of which are trying to claim the Kingdom Stone for themselves. Things take a turn for the worse as it's discovered that Serpentine is working for a warlord known as Lord Brevin, who crashed on the planet a few days earlier. He's attempting to seize the Kingdom Stone for himself to repair and power his ship so he can go back to spreading his reign of tyranny across the galaxy. It's up to Lilac and Carol to chase down Brevin and put an end to his twisted scheme. But I'll hold off on spoiling any more of the story. One thing I should point out though, is that the story does get pretty dark in places. Seriously, Brevin decapitates someone in the first cutscene.
No! Murderer!
With that out of the way though, let's talk about the characters. Each character has their own playstyle of getting through the game. Lilac has a Dragon Boost move to help her gain speed and rebound off walls, while using her Cyclone ability to attack and gain extra height with a double jump. Carol on the other hand moves slower, but can attack faster with rapid claw and kick attacks. She also has a wall jumping ability and is able to summon her motorcycle when she finds fuel canisters about the levels, allowing her to move faster and drive at walls. The two playstyles are very different from one another and also open up different routes for each character, such as Lilac being able to take higher routes than Carol in some areas thanks to her Dragon Boost ability. As you progress through the story, you'll also meet a third playable character, an adorable puppy girl named Mila, though for the moment, her gameplay is limited to Classic mode. While you can only play through all of Mila's stages in Classic mode, Adventure mode is where the story lies, including fully voiced cutscenes by some pretty amazing voice actors that really bring the characters to life. In a future update to the game, Mila will have her own run through Adventure mode, adding in her perspective of the story, as well as adding rival character Spade to the player roster, so there's still plenty of content to come later on. The levels themselves are stunning, ranging from the beautiful Dragon Valley to the rooftops of Shangmu in Fortune Night, the icy wastes of Battle Glacier to flying high in an airship against the Sky Battalion. Finally, let's talk about the music. The music to each stage fits perfectly for both the stage as well as the style of the game as a whole. While it's difficult for me to pick some standout favourites because of just how good the soundtrack is, Thermal Bass, and Fortune Night are just a couple of the ones I go back and listen to over and over again. All in all, this is an amazing game that your classic loving friend will love and want to go back to again and again, all for around £10 on Steam, the Humble Store or GOG, though you do get some additional goodies for buying through GOG such as wallpapers and concept art. Right then, now the review's out of the way, I think Lord Brevin needs another butt kicking.